Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Talk to Me Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, January 19th, and I only have one thing to show today. Classes started back up again last week, and we got assigned a very special project. We were asked to design our own calendars for 2010. So this is my calendar. It's a saddle stitched book, printed on 11 by 17 paper and then trimmed to size. It was ridiculously expensive to print at Kinko's. I'm sorry, that's my phone. It was ridiculously expensive to get it printed at Kinko's. It was $42, I believe. Yeah, $42 to print out a calendar. God, freaking expensive as hell. Anyway, so this is my calendar. This is 10 on the cover, 20 on the back, and then there's 20, 10 all over the border, and then over by the 2 says designed by Hugh Tab. I don't know if you can read it, it's very tiny. And then up in the front cover it says 2010 calendar. Yay! We were only supposed to use one typeface. I originally wanted to use the typeface Georgia, which I'll put a picture of Georgia right here. But Georgia, even though it has awesome numbers, is ridiculously hard to typeset, especially in the way that I wanted to do so. So I went ahead and used Helvetica Light Picture. Anyway, so that's the cover of my calendar, and then when you open it up, again, 2010 calendar, Helvetica, new, light. And there's January. I designed my calendar in such a way that I knew which day of the week it was instead of what number it was, because I tend to be more worried about, is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I'm really bad with numbers. So that's January. I don't know if you can see this, but for the background, you'll probably see it better in other months. I typeset January in 2 very light colors right there in the background, just to make like a design, because we weren't allowed to use images and I wanted it to be pretty. And then on the right hand side I have a place for taking notes. I'm sorry, on the left hand side. And blah. So each color has, each month has a different color that I associate the month with. So February, of course, it's like reds and pinks, and March is green for St. Patrick's Day, and then April I wasn't sure about. I was stuck between yellow and blue, so I made a poll on LiveJournal and yellow won, so there's April. And then I decided to use royal blue for May because the sky is really pretty in May. At least in Puerto Rico. I don't know here, I never noticed. I used purple for June because I couldn't think of a color for June and I like purple. Then I did navy blue for July because of 4th of July, red, white, and blue. We use browns for August because August is the beginning of fall. And then I used magenta for September because September is my birthday month, and I really like the way that magenta looks printed out, even though it's not my favorite color. I used oranges for October because of Halloween. I used cranberry for November because of cranberry sauce. Can't have too much cranberry sauce. And then I used holly green for December. And I had a couple extra pages left because I don't know if anybody knows this, but when you're designing a saddle stitch book, you have to have pages that are a multiple of 4. And I only had 6 pages for the calendar, so 12 months, because you fold them over and they're doubled. And then I had a 7th page for the front cover and the back cover. So I got stuck with a couple blank pages. So what I did is I made a page with all the national holidays that I cared about anyway. I don't care about Flag Day, whatever. And then just blank pages that I honestly didn't want to design because I was tired. But yeah. And then once I got this printed out, I trimmed it and I poked holes in the middle and used sewing thread. I was actually hoping to find some embroidery floss for this, but I didn't have any on hand. And I stitched this by hand. You can see there. It was my first time saddle stitching a book, and I'm really proud with the way it came out. Except next time I think I'm gonna use white thread instead of off-white because it looks kind of dirty, even though that's the color of the thread. But yeah, that's my calendar, and still knitting the rose hat, but again, you guys have seen it, so I'm not gonna show it off. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I have some photographs that I have to turn in, but those are just pictures of my computer. I'll probably show that off later. And then on Thursday I have a couple logos that I chose, and I have to basically enlarge them and transfer them to a piece of illustration board and ink them by hand. That's the really, really old school way of designing logos. And it's just a way to get us back on track, you know, regain the skills that we lost over the winter break because we were lazy and didn't do anything. But yeah, I'll probably show that off next week. I'll probably take some pictures of it. I don't think I'm gonna get it back before Tuesday. But that's it. So again, happy Tuesday, happy crafting, and have a great week. Bye. Hardware conflict, not comfortable, I'm sorry.